Hi, everyone. This is Susie J. Cobwebs, and today we are going to do another interview. And I have one of my special guests with me, Ann Lennyr. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Susie. How are you today?
I'm good, good. I'm so glad that you came back out to hang out with me today. So, what we're going to talk about today is anxiety. Now, I know we have other videos on here, so I hope for everyone else, go check them out. And we've talked about other different types of disorders. So this one is going to be about anxiety. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more common than we would care to admit, honestly. I mean, the ratio of people that have anxiety issues, I'm sure, has skyrocketed through the whole pandemic and election and just life in general. I would just like to go over a few things, and then maybe we can try to help someone else out in the world too.
That would be great.
Wonderful. And let's just start off with a few quick questions with you. Where are you from?
I am European originally. I live in Chicago now for 20 years.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, how did you have the schooling for anxiety or these types of disorders?
So, with schooling, I attended psychology 20 years ago. Unfortunately, the only thing that they do is like label it and give you meds. So, that's not the right schooling for people, nevertheless, right?
Right.
So, having anxiety myself and figured out how to fix it was more schooling than the actual.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Absolutely. I think everyone in one point in their life has some type of anxiety or maybe depression or anything like that. And it's just how you want to deal with it, or how do you fix it, or how can you
I'll
keep it?
put it all together. It's
How do
possible.
you keep it together? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is anxiety?
So anxiety is fear.
Okay.
It's as simple as fear. It's just a fear that you have the impression you cannot control. Because everybody has fears, right? I mean, if you
Right.
would buy a dog, you're going to be afraid of a dog, okay?
Right.
But you start shaking when you see a dog. It's when you get anxiety, when that fear is uncontrollable.
Right. And that's like heart palpitations, or you're sweating, or, you don't feel that great inside just for like those brief moments, or like that what if moment could
Yes,
possibly happen.
doesn't listen to you, okay? It's like you're ready to just, explode
Right.
times, right? It's like you can't control yourself, you can't control your body, you're terrified, you're stunned in fear, right? So you're, yeah.
So, do you think if you put fear in front of you, let's just say if you are the fear of dogs, if you start having the dogs near you, do you think at this point that that particular anxiety for dogs that will be cured?
So there are specific steps depending on the type of anxiety.
Okay.
Was afraid of dogs, and it took me years to get over that particular fear by
Mm-hmm.
a dog, right? But every time he barked, I would have froze,
You would have
right?
froze.
Yes, and the dog knew that and stopped barking.
Right. Because they can sense it.
Exactly. But not every fear and every anxiety is the same. Some people have daily anxiety since they wake up in the morning. Okay.
Right.
Other people have anxiety. They wake up at night with, dreams, and it gives them anxiety and panic,
Right.
right? So every single anxiety issue is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, they're all fixable.
Good. Good, good, good. And that was actually going into my next question. Are they treatable? Would you just say that it'd be some, it'll depend, like you said, with the anxiety, is it, something that we could work on hands on, or is it maybe something that we have to work on as maybe month, 2 months, the therapy or medications, or it'll depends on how hard or how bad or severe that anxiety is.
So if there is no need for medication, doesn't
Okay.
matter if you even have panic attacks, okay?
Okay.
Or regular anxiety. There is no need for that. What it is needed, though, is to understand that you need to calm your body.
Right.
And it can be done through specific breathing techniques.
Okay.
So it's not only how you breathe, and by the way you breathe is like you have to breathe all the way into your belly, because we usually breathe all the way up to here, like
Right.
do when we end up in anxiety, right? We're like having that breath like a dog breath.
Right. Right.
You have to breathe all of the way into the belly, so you have to do this consciously. But there are specific techniques, and with 10 minutes, you can actually calm yourself down. And I'm going to give you the link to those techniques.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
To help people with this.
So you mentioned about panic attacks, what would be the difference between a panic attack and then like maybe an anxiety attack?
So there is not too much difference between an anxiety attack and the panic attack. Anxiety constantly is like a daily anxiety. People, let's face it, okay? People are afraid, specifically of the future. Why of a future? Because the past was disastrous, right? Because they want bad news from the past. So they equate the future like tomorrow is going to happen what happened to me last month, last year, right? If I do this thing. So what they do is that they jump from the past to the future without considering that right now you can fix it. So the future will not be disastrous as your past. Okay, so they skip the present. And this is why these exercises, the energy and techniques exercises, are to do right now, to calm yourself down now. And tomorrow you will not have a problem.
Good. Good. Now, also with the anxiety, and then you also have the panic attacks and then the depression. Now, these are all linked together, even with the bad experiences. So now you just have to try to figure out what the problem is, and now just basically try to fix it.
Yes.
It accumulates into something.
Yes, that's a little bit more difficult, because people think that anxiety and depression are separate issues. Mm-hmm. But they cannot be, as they're both entangled to the past, right? So if you would have a very happy past, you would never have anxiety. You would never have depression, right? These things would not equate. They just won't compute for you, right? I had a very happy, it doesn't matter what happens today. I had a very happy past. I'm very happy. So tomorrow I'm going to be happy, even if something bad happens today, okay? But if something bad happens today, right, it's because, you're linked to that past, that depression, anxiety. And what happens is people believe that anxiety and depression are two separate issues. I treat anxiety as a symptom of depression.
Which makes sense.
Because you can't be in anxiety and be happy. You're clearly depressed and you probably don't even know it.
Right. I mean, there's even times, yes, I have my fair share of bad days just like anybody else. But then you kind of always think, okay, you know what? I've had a bad day today, but I'm going to wake up tomorrow and you know what? I'm going to have a good day.
Yes.
At least I'm going to attempt to have a good day.
Yes.
Okay, whatever's going to come to me, okay, let me fix it now so then I will have better days.
Yes.
I might not like the problem. I might not like what is presented to me, but what is the solution?
Exactly.
So let's figure out a solution so we don't have this in the future.
Exactly. So this is what we're missing. We don't live right now in the present, okay? We equate the future with the past. We're afraid of the future, even with all due respect. Right now, we can make it better. Right
Yes.
now, okay?
Yes.
We can make it better. So tomorrow will be better, okay? And this is all fixable. But
Yes.
unfortunately, today you get anxiety from when your computer breaks down.
I do. I am one. But
Okay.
you know what though?
So you have to distinguish these little issues that are not, connected to your actual happiness. Okay. I
Right.
got anxiety and I got angry because my website wasn't working. I'll give you a website to put it in the
Okay.
for
Okay.
help. But and I was like, well, I'm just going to take a day off. Why do I get anxious because the website isn't working, right? So we have to think about why this anxiety exists in our body. It was protecting us from the bear that was coming to hunt us, right? Now
Right.
run faster. You can or you cannot go, right? So the adrenals were working to help us out here, right? As we don't have any of these issues anymore, we
Right.
invent issues now. Okay? We invent problems that they don't even exist. Okay? Something isn't working. Okay, I will go and fix it if it's broken, or
Yes.
take a day off and wait for a day,
Cool.
relax. Exactly. Go and take a walk. Okay?
Yes.
Instead of sitting in front of a computer. So we need to measure these things to see that, it's not like our body's not collapsing on us. We're collapsing on our body.
And you know what? And I'm glad that you kind of brought up that subject because this is something that a lot of people in the world struggle with is you have this problem right here and you need to fix it right now, which I get you want to fix this problem that you have. Sometimes there's problems that you don't have access to. You can't fix. It's out beyond your control. So then you're going to get, for the lack of better words, ticked off at yourself and your family members and this and that, whatever. And that's going to just give you a bad day all day.
Yes, for example,
So if you would just take the time, okay, let's just say, for example, our computer, because I know if my computer breaks, for the lack of better words, I say a few choice words. Okay. But it's a major emergency if my computer goes.
yes,
Even though it might not have been my fault. It might not have been, electric's fault, website's fault, internet's fault, whatever. But okay, I will. Great. My computer's not working today, but as I, yap and complain about it for a good 10 minutes, I'm done. It's over with. You know what? I'm not going to work on it right now because I'm irritated. And when you're irritated over something that you can't fix the problem because it's really out of your control, put it down, set it down for a minute, go do something else for an hour, 2 hours, a day, whatever. Come back. Okay. How do I fix my computer here? Now you came in with a clear head. What's my problem? How do I fix it? And let's go. And people need to have patience with things that are beyond their control.
Yes. Or, it's have a backup computer. If you work from home, you really need to finish a specific task right now because it's work related, right?
Yes.
Have a friend that there are programs where they can get into
Yes.
the computer and fix things, right? So, for $50 a month, you can pay somebody to just, be on top of your computer so problems won't occur.
Yes.
There are other ways before freaking out.
Yeah. Oh, I would still freak out. That's my only dramatic moment in my life. I'm not dramatic whatsoever with other things, but let me just be dramatic for like 10 minutes. I'm done. It's over with. How do I fix this?
So
I'm done. Okay.
A lot of people, even after months and months, I mean, when this pandemic started in like March, right? And now
Yes.
we're already in November, right? So I have people that are telling me that they're anxious because of a pandemic. And the first question I ask them is like, do you have a virus? Because I would be anxious if I would have the actual COVID-19.
Right.
And they said, no. I'm like, why are you anxious about it then?
Why?
This can last for the next 10 years. Who knows?
Yes.
I have
Yes.
no clue. What you
Yes.
gonna live in that fear for 10 years? Okay. So
Right.
people are anxious because of other things, and they just see the exterior stuff and they grab into it. Okay. Like the election, because we're after the election. Everybody's anxious because we don't have a president. We do have a president right now.
We do have a president.
Exactly. In January, we'll figure out who the next one is.
By
There is plenty of time, okay? Nothing to be anxious about.
Yes.
There is nothing
Just
you can do. You can count votes, right? By yourself. There are people doing that. Relax. Nothing you voted, and that's it. That's all you could do at this point, right? So we're grabbing into things that we can control, okay? And we're turning our happiness about these things when they have nothing to do with our happiness, which is
right.
here in our heart. And this tells me that these people are depressed because they can't bring their own happiness out. They grab into external circumstances. That's why I see anxiety as a symptom of depression.
Yeah. Now, do you think would this be considered like a disorder, or is it an actual like disease?
It is not a disease. It
Okay,
runs
it's not.
families because you see, we all, including myself, right? I mean, everybody, when they have a task to accomplish and they're rushed by time and they're like, your adrenaline goes up, right? It's a normal way of your body.
Yes.
But they are not only breathing exercises, there are different techniques, energy techniques to calm the adrenals down, just to tell them that relax, we're not going to die, we're going to calm ourselves down. Or sometimes works a nap, a simple nap, just to stay in bed, lay down for 10 minutes, even if you sleep or not, just to calm yourself down.
Calm the body down.
Put your entire day of running all of the time.
Right.
What we used to, we have to do things and we have to run. No, we don't. Okay. Actually, if you have a quieter mind, if you can do a 5 minutes meditation in a week, okay, and you quiet yourself down, you'll be more not fogged up, more clear minded.
Yes.
And you're going to accomplish more.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I even started.
It is in our body to be, yes, if it's a danger comes, as you're a mother, right? So if my child is under the car, there are mothers who will lift that car that moment.
Yes, right? The adrenaline, right?
That's exactly what boosts up anxiety, that adrenaline, right? It makes you do things over your limits, correct?
Right.
But you don't need this every day. The children don't get under cars every day.
I hope not.
Exactly. So you see how this is very useful for our survival. Okay. It is very useful. It's been built up there for millions of years. Okay. But we don't use it properly. We use it to freak out because of what happens tomorrow. Nothing bad is going to happen tomorrow. But if you think like that, you will attract that bad energy tomorrow. If you think that tomorrow something bad is going to happen.
Yeah. And people just, And I know this is easier said than done. But why can't you just say, okay, well, you know what? I want to do good at this thing that I'm doing tomorrow. So, okay, I'm going in, I'm going to shoot it out of the park. I'm going to get that big win. I'm going to get that interview or whatever whatever you're doing. Instead of, man, I got anxiety. Like I can't do this, help me out, like push me, like I can't do it. You got to have your own mindset of going in and making something good, out of, like, say, the next day.
Yes, but these people, you have to understand, they lived very painful lives, and they
Oh,
in a lot of pain before, okay? And they did not know how to heal from it, right? So imagine that you are carrying a ball of negative energy of your past with all the misfortunes and all the failures and all the bad things that happened to you. Very simple,
mhm.
right? You're carrying that with you in your present life. And until you don't shed that off, this is what I'm doing in my programs. I help them to shed that off. You can't see a bright future. It's impossible. It's hard. It's pain. All right. So this is why I equate both of them, depression and anxiety, together, because as you get rid of that painful past, then okay, now you have you can breathe fresh air and you can
Yes.
have the right mindset, right? But
Hmm.
only to think positive when you carrying negative energy with you and you did not know how to detach from it, it's very, very, very hard.
It
So
is.
pain is real, anxiety is real, it's unfortunate, but it's it's a good thing that we know how to fix it now, that we know how to solve a problem, and without meds that will give you side effects, that will not work at some point, because you can't control emotions with meds. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the truth, and everybody is expecting to control their own emotion with medicine. It's like, it's emotion, it goes up and down. Everybody has good and bad moments, right? The only thing you need to turn into a skill is how you don't let the bad moments devour you.
Right.
You don't let the bad one devours you, okay? You just, you make it shorter on the bad end, okay? And you make it longer on the good end. That's a skill. That's a trainable skill.
And even too, a lot of people I want to get better today. Well, some of this is not just a quick fix. Some of it is a process. Hey, look, I may have to, you know, work at this for a week, a month, a year. I'm going to get better. It's going to take a little bit of time. And people need to have patience with getting better.
My programs are between 3 days and 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
3 days, really
is,
is quick, but
yes, that's 30 hours of work. Okay.
yes,
And that's the cleaning part from the past, from the pain,
right.
right? And give you the mindset. Of course, you're going to have to keep up with this good mindset and new skills for the rest of your life. It's a
Hmm.
commitment to yourself. Because otherwise, why would you spend 30 hours working
Right,
nonstop with someone if you are not committed to turn this around, right?
right,
But this can be solvable within 7 weeks. So, yes, it's not, I'm taking one pill and I'm done. Not
right.
quick. Because this didn't come in one moment. This came from your
Over
past
years.
and years of being in pain and afraid and having all kind of issues, right? So
Right.
yeah, so I, waiting for this to be solved by a pill. Most people come to me, after 12 years of being on pills or therapies, like, what can I do? I'm like, well, I know it didn't work, but why would you think that emotion will be fixed by a pill?
Right.
I mean, I really, because they didn't have other choices. Probably this is why.
At that point, yeah.
They didn't have other choices. So there are energy exercises for that. There are how to breathe normally for that. Everything is fixable. It just takes commitment.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And nobody can fix it for you. If you have these problems, you have to go and commit to fix it for you. I cannot come and tell you, drink this and you're going to be fixed. Even if I would do that, I would not empower you.
Right.
Charge of your problems next time these will happen.
Yes.
So you need, we teach people how to do it themselves. So next
Good.
time it happens, you recognize it, you fix it, and you're empowered. You know that you've done it.
Yes. And you feel so better.
Uh-huh.
And you're so proud of yourself because you've conquered this.
Yes.
So that makes your, life and your day and everything else so much better.
Yes, but people that are coming from me is like, I conquered depression. I'm like,
Wonderful.
stands in my way. It's true. Nothing else will stay in your way after you conquered so much pain. Yes, nothing else will stay in your way. Isn't that extraordinary?
It is. And you know what? And even those people that I come in contact with that say, hey, look, I have struggled with this. I've struggled with this. Hey, I am 60 days clean, or I have 60 days of great days, or whatever. You know what? I take those 2 seconds, whatever, to say, you know what? Congratulations.
Yes.
Because I know that was a struggle for you.
Yes.
And that was something that you've worked so hard to overcome. Take those few minutes and just say, you know what, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Because not that they want that validation from you, but it's just they want to be heard from other people that they were doing good.
Yes.
I mean, just by saying kind words to other people, to boost other people up like that is going to be an eye opener too.
Yes, you would not feel the same way if somebody locks you in the room and you'll be clean for 60 days. You would not feel the same.
Right.
When you are doing it. And
right.
Even if you slip at some point, something, you know that I slipped this time, but something, I've done it before and I can do it.
I can do it. I got this far. I can do it. Right. Absolutely.
So it's an empowerment thing. So this is why we're coaches. We are trained, a lot of us, in different healing techniques to heal people, right? Sometimes even, not only in person, but we're trained to heal only the internet, energy-wise. But most of the times we are not doing this, okay? Because we want to empower the people to do it themselves, not to expect us to always call me when you have a problem. No, get the skills you need, get everything in your toolbox, and and solve it out as bigger and bigger problems come into life. As faster and faster you can solve them by yourself. You don't need guidance, a babysitter for the rest of your life. You're an adult.
Right.
So we empower people, we teach them skills, and we empower them to solve these problems by themselves, little by little. As they get more confidence, as they get more skills, they're good to go.
And that is basically what a part of Cobwebs, the Susie J. Cobwebs, is all about. You having love simple wins. So even if you are, let's just say, have an anxiety issue or conquering something, hey, if you conquered it, by all means, I congratulate you, whatever. Hey, we got that simple goal. We did it. It was wonderful. Okay, let's go to the next simple win. Hey, you know what? That's wonderful, because we all need to be good people. Not that we are all basically good people. Now we have to fix or, help other people more than others. But we're all supposed to be here together and all try to help each other.
Yes.
No matter. I understand that that's maybe easier said than done too, but at least I'm trying and you're trying. And
ideas and options and everybody's opinions. That's it. Can be open to it. It doesn't have to be heated conversation. This is my opinion. This is your opinion.
Right. Let's have a conversation. Okay, I don't know how to fix this. Can you help me? Let's fix this together. Let's talk as two grown adults. Let's fix this, and so we can move on to the next problem.
Exactly. But you see, only to ask for help is
It's difficult.
it is very difficult for people, because
Yes,
they believe that they will be labeled as stupid, of not aware of.
I'm weak.
Exactly. But it has nothing to do with it.
Absolutely not.
Probably these people have been in so much pain situation that they feel defeated, right?
Right.
And a lot of people with anxiety and depression, they always feel offended in a certain way by whatever. And this is only because of pain. It's not
Yes.
because they're happy. Nobody will feel offended if they're just
If
happy.
they're happy. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, understanding these little tricks about you that, nobody's, or a lot of people are, that I have is like, please don't judge me. I'm like, nobody's judging you. Why would you even think that? Can you
Because of
how
the past.
judged in the past? And how
Right.
they were probably by friends and family and, close people, how much they were judged because of whatever actions they took. It doesn't matter. You did what you thought it's best at that time. And that's it.
Absolutely.
Made a mistake, move over, fix it. That's about it, right? You
Right.
have to get entangled to all that pain. It's like, oh my God, I made a mistake. So what? Everybody does. We're humans. We're not robots. Even robots
Yes.
make mistakes.
And each person is so different.
But it's
Each
too much
person.
pain that people build up in their heart. Okay.
Yes.
They can't move with a happy life. Pain is real.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Is there anything else that you would like to add, or any tips or suggestions that maybe we could help out? You said that you had a website that I'm going to stick down in the comments below.
Yes.
Um,
I
if
do.
there's any type of questions that you may have for the audience, if they put it in the comments, by all means, we'll get to them and we will get that all answered for you.
So what I would like to add is like, please don't feel defeated by this condition of
Yes.
having depression or anxiety. It is not a condition that, it looks like it defeats you, but you have control over it. Okay.
Good.
I help people, and I have a group, a Facebook group where I have people on my websites. I have 2 websites separate. It's possible to fix it. Just take control of the now.
Yes.
Don't jump from the past to the future. And I know your mind is going to jump. That's why these energy exercises that we're gonna put below, and that's why breathing all the way into the belly will calm you down right now. So your mind always goes haywire, right? You're always gonna think in 20 years this is gonna happen. Guess what? Nothing that you're thinking in 20 years is going to happen. Okay.
Right.
This is the mind. This is its job to be a tool for planning, right? But don't feel defeated by it, because I see a lot of people like, oh, I have mental illnesses. Honey, you are just in pain. There is nothing wrong with you. You can't tell me that half of the planet is mentally sick. This is ridiculous.
Right.
Don't label yourself as defeated and you don't have a choice, because you do.
You do. Everyone has a choice.
Exactly. So a lot of people feel defeated by it. As long as you don't feel defeated by it and you can take certain actions right now to solve your problems, that's all you need to do. This is the most important thing. Don't be a prisoner of these
Right.
conditions. Learn
Absolutely.
to control them. Do not be their prisoner.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time to, have this interview with me and just actually hang out. And hey, if we can help out other people, by all means, that's what our actual common goal was. If you have any questions for me or for Ann, by all means, write them in the comments below and we will get back to them. If you would like to go to her website, which is going to be commented down below, by all means, she will help you out. And if you like these types of videos, by all means, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, love you bunches. Bye, Ann.
You.